Welcome back to Superstition Mountain. In today's lesson, I want to talk about one of the most misunderstood concepts, I believe, in golf instruction. And what that is how we bend in the golf swing. So I've got a couple alignment sticks here. I want to show you a couple of different things. So let me just set these in. The belt loops. And then one up across my chest. Now, as you all know, my preferred posture in the golf swing is to have our setup with a little bit of thoracic bend. So you're going to have a little bit of flexion in your spine at address. So here we have a few of the game's greatest players demonstrating this exact posture. A little rounding in the thoracic spine, the rear end tucked under. Now, one of the reasons for that is so that I can bend properly in the backswing and in the downswing. So what I often see is this flat back position taught, and then in order to bend, the player winds up with a lot of left tilt. We don't want tilt, we want left side bend. So what the difference would look like, so now if I've got my posture that's kind of rounded off, as I start to turn, now you can see I'm bending from my rib cage. So my spine is actually being bent in this way. What I don't want to see is my spine get bent in the other way. So now you can see I'm actually bent to the right, but tilted to the left to make it look like I'm bent to the right, or bent to the left. So you really want to feel like you're bending from your ribs. It creates a little crunching look here, so you can see some wrinkles in my shirt. You can see that these sticks are aimed on different angles. And just in case you didn't believe me, Tiger Woods demonstrates this exact concept. My pelvis is turning on its tilt, so my pelvis is inclined only slightly. I don't hinge that much from the hips. If I hinge a ton from the hips, now when I turn, I wind up with a lot of left tilt. Not going to work very well. So what we really want to feel is that posture that's nice and relaxed with a little bit of thoracic flexion, and we're going to turn that flexion into left side bend, and that bend happens from the middle of our torso up, not from the waist. Okay, now what happens as we transition into the downswing? Well, now you're going to see my lower half start to unwind, and my upper half, you're starting to see the wrinkles appearing on the right side now. So you can see naturally I bounced from tilted to the left to tilted to the right correctly. And most of it happens because of the way that the pelvis moves and the spine moves. So when my pelvis starts to unwind, my right leg is torquing the ground like I've talked about in previous videos. It helps me unwind without sliding laterally. And that produces now a little different bend in my spine. So now I'm actually bent this way to the right. So here you can clearly see DJ demonstrating this exact principle. And this happens in every single sport I've studied. If you look at a baseball player getting ready to hit a ball, you'll see that they have some left side bend from the spine, and that bounces immediately into right side bend. So what you want to look for, you don't want too much tilt of the pelvis, which is going to cause you to get the lead side too low and then want to jump out of the ground. So you want to look for your pelvis to turn in its proper arc, a little bit more level, and then the spine to be turning on a steeper plane. So your shoulders are going to be tilted down much more than your pelvis.